Dr. Deen TV.
It's a hadith that will literally change the world. With so much stress in the world and so many issues between relationships of people, today we live in a world where people don't compromise. People are all about their rights. They don't want to give, they just want to take. It's in the hadith about sharing, about caring, about listening to others. The Prophet ﷺ said that a believer is like a fresh tender plant. Imagine seeing a field full of crops or plants. So all these crops and plants and a wind blowing. And as you see that, you see the plants, they sway whichever direction the wind takes them in. They go left, they go right, they go round, they go everywhere. That's what a believer should be like. A believer is someone who is flexible. So when things get tough, they compromise. They move whichever direction the challenge takes them, and then once they've resolved that problem, once life has got better, once that storm is over, they come back straight again. Now that's a person that has compromised, that's a person that is willing to solve problems, is willing to listen, is willing to work towards a solution. The other kind of person is the opposite. The Prophet ﷺ described a hypocrite as somebody like a pine tree, a dry pine tree. Imagine if you have a wind or a storm and you have a dry tree which has no life, it's lifeless now. It's not willing to sway with the wind. And what happens when the wind hits it? It gets uprooted. So either it breaks or it's completely taken out and uprooted, and it's finished, it dies. So people that don't compromise, people that don't sway with the situations, with life's problems, don't listen, they end up breaking. They literally break, they physically break, and don't move with the situation. They don't move with the scenarios and the challenges, or whatever the dilemma might be in their lives, whether it's with relationships, with people, or with their own mental state. If they don't move and they're not flexible, they break, and they literally break. They break emotionally and physically. So we really need to follow this hadith because it's so powerful in what it can do for us. This is a hadith that we all need to use.
Dr. Deen TV.